people, the aging outdoorsmen, the aging survivalists, what have you. The idea was given to me by a member, Don. Thank you very much for the idea for the video. This video is for you. Thank you so much for your membership. What tips and tricks can we apply to our lives? What tactics can we start incorporating into our lives as we age? I'm no spring chicken, guys. I'm in my 40s now. I'm feeling it, you know. I'm not able to perform at the same level I was when I was in my 20s, for example. But that's okay. That's just part of life. And those of you that are older than that, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s maybe, you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to accommodate your aging body. And I get it. Like, for example, yesterday, I was out working out. I exercise pretty regular, about 3 times a week, sometimes 4 or 5 times a week. I was out working out yesterday. I was doing some weightlifting, and I felt this tiny twinge in my back. And I know because of experience that comes with age, I know what that means. If I keep pushing, which my younger self would have done, I would have just kept plowing through it. My younger self would have done that, and then I would have ended up hurting myself and then being laid up for a little while, and I wouldn't be able to continue training. I wouldn't be able to continue exercising or just doing general life stuff that's required of me. Because I'm smarter now. I'm training smart. I know my limitations. And I stopped when I needed to. So now I feel okay. I mean, it's still a little bit there, but I could still, I could still do the things because I didn't injure myself. Hurting and injuring yourself are 2 different things. A little bit of pain, suck it up. Injuring, that keeps us from being able to do the things we do. So we have to train smart. That is the key. And with age comes wisdom, hopefully. Hopefully some of us have gotten smarter as we get a little bit older and we know where our limitations are, and that is it. Knowing what you can do and knowing what you can't do are equally important. I know that I can still run to the top of this mountain over here without stopping. I could get to the top without stopping, but I'm going to be pretty dang winded when I get up there. My son, he's 14 years old. When he gets to the top, he's like, is that it? What else do you got? And I know as I compare myself to younger athletes and younger individuals that are still getting the things done, I know that I can't do what I used to be able to do. I still mentally feel like I'm in my 20s sometimes, but then when I get out there with guys that are in their 20s, it becomes pretty apparent pretty fast that I'm not. So know your limitations, and the only way you can know your limitations is by getting out there and still continuing to do the things. There's so many of you out there that are watching my videos on a regular basis and you haven't clicked that subscribe button. So take a second right now, hit the thumbs up, and just go boop, push that subscribe button. I'd be really grateful for it. Now, as I move on down this list of my notes here, they're delivered in no particular order. I'm saving the best one for last, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can hear that one. Next tip I have for you as we get a little bit older is to carry less crap. It's a burden to carry a whole bunch of heavy gear. So be smart about the gear that you pack. Here's what I recommend. You take all the gear that you have in your pack, your day bag, your bug out bag, whatever it is, take all that gear that you would typically carry and then spread it out onto the ground and then make 2 piles. One pile is have to haves, la need to have pile. I gotta have this stuff. The other pile is want to haves, nice to haves. And then what you do is you go through that want to have, nice to have pile and you kind of eliminate some stuff, or you make some substitutions for lighter gear so you're not burdened. If you're carrying too much crap, especially as we get a little bit older, it's going to slow us down. It's going to make us more likely to get injured. We're going to step in the hole, tweak the knee, and now suddenly we're in a bad spot. Carry less gear. Carry lighter gear if at all possible. Now, I know there's some comfort items out there that are going to be required. So, when you were in your 20s, maybe you could sleep on a boulder and you were fine. You'd wake up in the morning and be like, like a spring chicken, ready to rock, spry as ever. But maybe now if you slept on that same boulder, you'd be like decrepit and like making audible, painful noises as you slowly come back to life. So you might need a little bit more comfort items. And these are all things that kind of need to be weighed out and justified. Is this nice to have thing necessary for me to be able to function the next day? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. And those might change as you get a little bit older. I know sleeping on the ground for me, it's still pretty tolerable. I can sleep on the ground and be fairly useful the next day. As good as I can, sleeping in my bed at home, obviously not. But I make accommodation. I bring up a ground pad now. I bring an inflatable sleep pad sometimes if I want to be even more comfortable, because I know that a good night's sleep is the difference between being able to function at my highest level, what it currently is, and not. Next tip, lose some weight, fatty. That may sound harsh, but it's real. If you guys just lose a few pounds, most of us have a few extra lbs floating around somewhere in this mid-region right here. Especially us guys, ladies as well watching. I don't have a whole lot of lady subscribers, but they're definitely the smaller percentage. But you guys get it. If you lose some weight, easier said than done. We'll get to that in a minute. If you lose some weight, you'll be carrying less of a burden to start with, which will be so much more helpful. Make you move easier. You'll be able to move faster. You'll be in less pain. You'll be a whole lot less likely to get injured. You will be more of an asset and less of a liability to the people around you if you just lose a few pounds. And now that is going to come almost completely from what you eat. The crap that you put in your body makes the biggest difference. And as we get older, it makes it a little bit harder to lose some pounds. When you were in your 20s, maybe you could eat whatever you wanted and it didn't matter. You were rail thin. And now that you're in your 50s and 60s, you look at a donut and you gain 3 pounds. I get it. It makes it a little bit more difficult. I understand that, but we have to be even more disciplined as we get a little bit older. Like for this past month or so, holidays and all that kind of stuff, I ate kind of whatever was in front of me. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling not necessarily the weight gain issue, but I'm feeling the inflammation. When we eat sugary, starchy kind of foods, processed foods, our bodies react to it sometimes in not so pleasant ways in the form of inflammation. Our knees will hurt, our backs will hurt more, our shoulders, that old shoulder injury that wasn't really bothering us. Oh man, we've been eating like crap and now that shoulder's starting to act up. So clean up the diet. Here's my recommendation. If it's meat, eat it. If it's a nut, a seed, a plant, it still looks like a plant, go for it for the most part. If it's processed in any way, if it no longer resembles what it used to be, if it doesn't resemble a plant or meat, moderation is going to be the key, or cut it out completely. Sugar, cut it out completely. The verdict is out. It is bad for you. It is poison. Stop eating that stuff and you will reap the benefits, especially as we get older. When we were kids, we could eat candy all day long and still feel fantastic and run and jump and play and have not a single worry in the world. We could jump off the trampoline and bounce off the ground and, we were like Gumby. No problem. But now that we're a little bit older, we can't get away with that. We have to be smarter. We have to make better decisions. And eating healthier is going to be a huge step forward in this process. You'll lose weight. You'll look better. You'll feel better. I'm trying to count with my mittens. Look better, feel better. I've only got 3. You will function better. You'll be more capable. And that's what we want. Cozy in my wancho here, guys. I'm pretty snug. Actually getting a little bit warm, drinking my coffee, sitting in my wancho out here in 6 degrees. I'm not really cold at all. Next tip is a big one. As we get older, don't be afraid. Don't be too proud to ask for help. That's it. Building a community of trusted friends, family, a community of people around you that are ready, willing, and able to help you when you need it is going to be really important. And that takes a lot of time invested. You have to invest yourself into other people if you want that to be reciprocated back towards you. That's just the way life works. So get out there, meet people, talk to people, build up a community of individuals. Don't be the hermit that sits by yourself in a hole somewhere and lives your entire life on social media. Call the grandkids, call your kids. Get those people back in your life if you've kind of reclused yourself a little bit. Now is the time. It's never too late to call somebody up, call a family member, call an old friend up, and reunite. That's it. Start going to church. Join some sort of club. So I don't know, whatever it is old people do. Get out there and start socializing a bit more. Start talking to people. Get outside your comfort zone. That way, when you need help, it will be there, as opposed to wanting it desperately and having nobody that you can count on. Nobody wants that. Swallow your pride, ask for help. If something's too big, too heavy, too big of a burden, whatever it is, ask for help. Yes, maybe you could do it by yourself, but then you're going to be wrecked for the next week or you're going to possibly injure yourself. Ask for help. when times get tough, when the Russians finally invade, when the zombies come, you are going to be in desperate need of assistance from other people. That's how we're going to survive. That's how human beings have lasted as long as they have. It's because they have lived in communities, tight-knit communities. And the further we get away from that, the more isolated we become, the less capable we become, the less able we are to overcome difficult situations. Make some friends right now. Call somebody up that you've been meaning to call for a while. Build that community. Invest time in other people. Put others before yourself. That's it. Do more for others than you do for yourself. If you do that, you will reap those rewards. That's a big one. Girl hair. Girl hair. My wife's hair, my daughter's hair, it's always everywhere. Jeez, you can't seem to get rid of it. Last tip that I'm going to talk about today, I'm sure there's a plenty more, and I want you to leave those in the comment section. Those of you that have aged a little bit, you have seasoned a little bit, leave some tips in the comment section for how you can stay mobile, stay active, stay in the game. Leave those in the comment section for me. I'd be really grateful for it because, again, I'm no spring chicken. I'm in my 40s, but I'm definitely not elderly by any means. So those of you with a lot more wisdom than I have, leave that in the comment section. I'd be grateful for it. Last tip, and maybe the most important for the aging individual, is going to be don't stop moving. Movement is medicine. The moment you give up, the moment you stop doing the things because it's uncomfortable, it hurts, the old injuries start adding up, the moment that happens, that's when you start dying. You give up doing squats and going for jogs and stuff because it's uncomfortable. Maybe you put on a few pounds and you got a little bit of a backache and stuff like that. You give it up because it's uncomfortable. Now, after a while, it becomes not difficult anymore, but it becomes nearly impossible because of the amount of discomfort and the amount of pain that you have. Do not stop moving. I know quite a few elderly people, the way up there in the years, in their 80s. My granny's 92 now. And she still gets up, works the garden, carries 5-gallon buckets of water, mows the yard. She still does all these things because she hasn't stopped moving. Obviously, she's smart about it. She paces herself and doesn't go at the same pace she used to, but she still does the things every single day. She gets up in the morning and she does the things, and she's never stopped. And that's why she's so lively. She's still capable of movement. Her mind is still sharp because she hasn't stopped. When you stop, you plant yourself on the couch, you turn on the TV, you turn your brain off, you turn your body off. That's when you start dying. Do not stop moving. Get out there. I post workouts 3 times a week on my fitness channel, Fit on 3. I'll put a link in the description of this video and probably in the comment section as well. And you can follow along. It does not matter what age you are or what ability level you're on. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 100 pounds overweight. You can follow along the workouts that I do. You can join in the fitness revolution, but modify as needed, of course. Like, for example, my workout yesterday was power cleans and running. That may seem so far out of your reach that you think like no possible way. Got it. Maybe you do, instead of the power cleans that I was doing, maybe you're doing just a few squats. You're doing 5 squats at a very short range of motion. Or maybe you're doing a few push-ups. And then instead of running, you're just walking. That's it. For 20 minutes, you're walking and doing a few push-ups here and there. Maybe that's still out of your reach. Maybe all you can do is just go for a 20-minute walk. Totally fine. Do that. Everybody has to start somewhere. And if you've let stuff slide, you've let it go, get back in the game. Get back in the game and start somewhere. Don't give up on it. Never stop moving. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go to Fit on 3, check that channel out, subscribe to that one. And I post my workouts in short form 3 times a week, generally Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Friends, I hope you have found this video to be informative, to be helpful in some way, especially if you're one of my aging viewers out there. I'm really grateful for all of you. You guys have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. Maybe your bodies can't do what they used to do, but you're a lot smarter and you're a lot more wise than I am and probably ever will be. So thank you so much for all of the views. Thank you for the subscriptions. Don, thank you very much for the suggestion, this video idea suggestion. I'm grateful for that. If you want to be a subscriber, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, click on the link in the description in the comment section in this video as well. And until next time, friends, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go on 3.